to this show. This is a massive show, a big one, a good one, a solid one, an amazing one. I cannot express to you how important this episode is because we're talking rookie running backs, which ones to draft, which ones I like, which ones are in a good position to succeed. We're talking Javonte Williams. We're talking Najee Harris. We're going to give you the details right here, right now. I'm going to dive into this here for you to tell you which one I really like and which one is safe to draft, how they look based on the depth chart, because the NFL draft is now complete. I'm so excited to say that. And I'm telling you, this is a good one because a lot of people ask, who's the next running back? Who do I draft? Where do I get them? That type of thing. So I'm going to dive into these running backs I like. I've got 5 running backs here that I think are in a pretty decent position to get some volume and succeed this year. And every year we get those guys like the James Robinson, not every year, but pretty much a lot of years lately, you know, your Phillip Lindsays, your James Robinsons, they kind of emerge. I'm not going to dive into those guys. There's some names that possibly could. We want to focus on the guys that are primarily going to get some work right off the bat. So I'm going to dive into that right away. Before I get into that, guys, it's very, very important. This is huge, okay? 2 announcements. Number 1, I am doing a listeners league, okay? This is very, very important. In the listeners league, okay, you have a chance to actually win $500. So I'm going to select 12 of you. 12 of you guys to be in the listeners league, okay? How to enter, it's very simple. It's actually free to enter. There's going to be a draw on June 6th where I determine the winner of this league, that are going to be in this league to win $500 and get bragging rights. And I'm going to promote you on all my social media platforms. How to enter, guys. All you got to do is get 16-round drafts, which is this link here below. It's around $24. And the people that are entered are going to be in the draw for June 6th, and 12 are going to get selected to be in this league that I will be hosting for you. So Listeners League, how to enter, just get 16 rounds. You're automatically entered, and I'm going to do a live draw for the winners of that, okay? 12 people, and it's going to be an amazing league, and it's going to be a huge prize of $500 for first place. I might do some secondary prizes, still trying to determine, but you guys want to get in. That's announcement number 1. So you got to get 16 rounds. If you don't know what 16 rounds is, the first ever and only video training. I give you all the optimal players to draft in each round. Scrap the draft kits, cheat sheets, the cookie cutter rankings. That's dead. 16 rounds is going to completely level the playing field in regards to analysis. Actually crush the playing field, I should say, and give you guys a massive advantage in your leagues, okay? So make sure you guys get it below and you're entered to win, get into the Listeners League. And finally, guys, go to manscaped.com. Where's my damn trimmer here? I love this thing. It's way back here. I'm going to reach back here. I love it, guys. No more nicks and cuts while you're shaving. Manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLION. They've got nose hair trimmers, ball wipes. But I love this, guys. Manscaped.com. You can shave around your sensitive areas and not worried about getting nicked or cut. You'll be very, very happy with the fit and finish of this product. And again, the shaving ease, you guys can hear it if in the car. You can hear the buzzing. Manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLION. Save yourself 20%. All right? All right, so let's get into these running backs, these rookie running backs, that is. There's 5 guys here I'm going to talk about. I made some solid notes, watched a lot of tape, dove into these guys. I'm going to tell you guys which ones I like. And, you know, it's still a little early based on ADP. We need to do more mock drafts to kind of know where these guys fall. But I got a good sense already. I got a good feel because I looked at the consensus rankings, and man, are they sleeping on 1 or 2 of these guys, okay? So the first 2 guys I'm going to kind of do, I'm not going to dive too much into them because I'm not too excited. Well, let's start off with the first guy, actually, Michael Carter, right? Now, the Jets needed a running back, right? They've got a bit of a committee there, but not a committee that's good. Frank Gore is a free agent now. He had 187 attempts. Believe it or not, the Jets running back last year was Frank Gore. Like, how sad is that, right? So they got him, right? They got rid of him, and they got Michael Carter, round 4, 4th round pick. Now, here's the interesting thing. There's a bit of a committee here, but nobody on the committee is that good. They've got like Ty Johnson, LaMichael Pirine. It's like, I think Tevin Coleman's there now. It's like a disaster. Michael Carter on paper, you know, he doesn't look amazing. He had 156 attempts, 1,200 plus yards, 9 touchdowns in college last year. Michael Carter, 5'8", 201, could be a guy that's going to get some volume. Is he going to be the workhorse guy? Probably not. Now, they've got a young team, which is a good thing, right? The Jets actually have a young team, so there's an opportunity for him to succeed, which is exciting, and an opportunity is all we ask for when you look at a running back. Now, Zach Wilson, check this out. They went quarterback, they went O-line. They went Elijah Vera Tucker, right? I believe in the first round with the 14th pick. Okay, so they're able to get Elijah Moore at wide receiver. He was a second-round pick at 34 overall. They got Elijah Vera Tucker. There's two Elijahs. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. There's Elijah Moore at wide receiver. Then they got Elijah Vera Tucker right before him at O-line, so they got some protection for their new quarterback, which is Zach Wilson. And then they went Michael Carter, which is a fourth-round pick. Now, again, he's competing with the likes of Tevin Coleman, LaMichael Pirine, and Ty Johnson. I don't know, man. It's just one of those guys that, like, you never know. He could be the guy. Again, he's not competing with a lot of people. Am I going to draft him early? No. Like, he's currently sitting 51 on the consensus rankings. This is probably a guy you can get, near the end of your draft as a guy you could stash who's going to get some volume. Am I excited about him? No. But a guy you should consider maybe stashing with some upside. So there's your scenario, guys. Just went over what the Jets did. Young team. There is some opportunity for this guy. Again, 187 freed up attempts with Gore being gone. It's going to be split. But if this guy shows that he could emerge, you never know. You could get yourself something there. Michael Carter, rookie, fourth-round pick by the Jets. Keep him on your radar. Just be aware. Go watch some tape. The other guy here I won't dive into too much more is Trey Sermon, third-round pick by the 49ers. We know they are a young team as well. Looking at their depth chart, guys, it doesn't look exciting here. Now, we got to assume that Raheem Mostert is going to be the guy. We got Jeff Wilson. There's other guys as well. They also went to Elijah Mitchell in round 6. Trey Sermon's a guy I'm not excited about. We know the 49ers like to spread the ball around. They do have Trey Lance at quarterback, who they drafted, in the first round, third overall. It's going to be a different offense if he gets going, gets started. But Trey Sermon's a guy you want to keep on your radar. He's a guy that could get some volume, but again, not to be excited about. Okay, Michael Carter, Trey Sermon, keep them on your radars as guys that are in a position to get some volume, but not guys to be overly excited about just yet. I could be wrong. Could go back and say, oh my God, he's the next James Robinson. We don't know. Still early, but keep them on your radar. And there's three other guys here I want to go over. I'm saving Najee Harris at the end. I'll tell you what I think about him, why I love him so much. But again, there is other running backs on other teams that are like 6-rounders, 7-rounders. Probably not guys we really want to talk about here. I'm not going to get into it, okay? Like the Bears drafted Khalil Herbert round 6. Are we going to talk about him? No, like Chuba Hubbard, right? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that. Chuba Hubbard on Carolina, round 4 pick on the Carolina Panthers. If Christian McCaffrey gets hurt, maybe we could talk about him, but not really guys we want to talk about right now to get that immediate impact, okay? So next guy I want to talk about here is, this is a guy, I do like the situation in Denver. Javonte Williams, second round pick here, okay? 42nd overall. Here's the deal. In 2020, 157 attempts, 1,140 yards, 19 touchdowns. Now, he can actually catch the ball as well. Looking at all of his stats. North Carolina, okay, Javonte Williams, North Carolina. Problem is he's going to be a backup to Melvin Gordon. Let's talk about this. Melvin Gordon, I don't think is that good, and I don't think Denver thinks that he's that good, okay? Javonte Williams has an opportunity to be the star running back here. There's an opportunity. Now, again, 157 attempts, over 1,100 yards, 7.3 yards per carry, 19 touchdowns, 25 receptions, 305 receiving yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. So he can do it in the passing game, okay? Watch some tape on him. What I like is he's got a nose for the end zone. He's a bruiser. He hits hard. I watch a tape on this guy. He will, if you hit him, he'll kind of run over you and still kind of get the touchdown. Okay, I watched this, okay? Now, here's the thing. Let's break down the scenario. Lindsey's gone. Philip Lindsey's gone. Lindsey, he was injured last year, played 11 games, right? Had 118 attempts, 502 yards. So he's a guy that still did okay considering he played 11 games. Now, assuming that Javonte Williams is healthy, and I think Javonte Williams is a lot better than Philip Lindsey, okay? I really do. Second round pick. Denver invested some high draft capital. Melvin Gordon is at the end of his career. It's done. He's kind of hit his pinnacle. Mind you, his pinnacle was in 2017 with 1,105 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's his max. Last year he had 9 touchdowns, just under 1,000 yards, 215 attempts. I'm not sold on Melvin Gordon. And again, like I said, Denver is not. Javonte Williams, I think, where is he sitting right now? I don't even know where the Chiefs have him. He's pretty low. You're going to get him at value. I got to see where his ADP falls. I'm going to explain all this in the 16-round draft solution. This is a guy that you could probably get as your RB3-4 on your roster. Probably your RB4 that has the opportunity to be the RB1. So I want to emphasize that I'm not sold on Melvin Gordon. Yes, he's going to be there. Yes, he's going to be the pass. Yes, he's going to be probably slated as a starter to begin the year. But I wouldn't be surprised if Javonte Williams is going to be the franchise running back, the guy that they're going to build up to be the guy. Expect a lot of opportunity for him this year, more than Philip Lindsay got last year, which was the 118 attempts. I like Javonte Williams. Again, I'm going to try to stash him if I can and expect him to possibly take over the job of Melvin Gordon, because Melvin Gordon, years to us, we're not wowed. I don't believe in Melvin Gordon. I believe in youth. I believe in upside, and obviously a second-round pick. Absolutely love this, okay? So there's Javonte Williams out of North Carolina, 5'10", 212, and that is him, okay? So here we go. Next guy I want to talk about is Travis Etienne. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Etienne. Travis Etienne, okay? Now, here's the deal with him. 2020, only played 12 games, 168 attempts, 914 yards, 5.4 yards per carry, and 14 touchdowns. Not bad. Got involved in the receiving game, 48 receptions, 588 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. So he did good in Clemson, okay? He did so good in Clemson over the 4 years that he played. He actually is the ACC all-time leader in rushing with 4,612 yards. Yes, he broke some records. Yes, 616 attempts, 64 touchdowns. Record rusher there, okay? Now, in Clemson, ACC all-time leader. I want to say that. Watching the tape on him, he's a one-cut, take-it-to-the-house kind of guy. He can receive. He can catch. He can do it all. And he's got the rapport. He's got the rapport with Trevor Lawrence. This is huge, right? So when you look at him, this was the ultimate screw job for James Robinson, a guy that had 240 attempts, 1,070 yards, 7 touchdowns. James Robinson was the guy. The guy. Here's the problem. Now, from what we're hearing, Travis Etienne is supposed to be the third down guy. Apparently, they're going to start James Robinson is what we're hearing. I'm going to go ahead and probably avoid the situation. I'm going to talk more about this in the 16-round draft, so we're going to have to see where his ADP is going to fall. Currently sitting 34th amongst running backs in PPR. That should go up. I don't trust the situation. When you've got, and I've talked about this with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Now you can say, well, Nick Chubb did really well. There's a ton of opportunity here. Yeah, but it's a whole new offense, new quarterback, guy that's going to probably air the ball a lot. You know, there's just too many question marks, and both these guys are very good on, well, you know, we don't know how Travis is going to do in the NFL, but we know James Robinson is good. So on paper, two equally as good running backs, and always in these scenarios, I stay away. But let me make a point here. Now, I say I stay away from two good running backs that, you know, two equally good running backs where one doesn't emerge over the other, and I always get the volume getters. That's why I go robust RB early. I want to make a point here, though. Now, with Nick Chubb, you're going to probably be investing a first-round pick, early second. At least, because he's going to be top 10 on the consensus. When you look at ADPs, Nick Chubb's going to go at that. And you've got a scenario where two running backs are equally as good. Well, what if you could get the production of a Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, where these guys could potentially finish top 10, or one of them will, and you can get that running back at a value? Now I'm kind of intrigued, right? If I can get Travis Etienne as a guy, you know, as my RB4, and could finish top 10, maybe James Robinson gets shelved, maybe this guy becomes a starter, who knows? But if I can get that type of value, maybe, and just maybe, I may consider him as a guy I want to roster for the potential upside, because we know he's got the rapport with Trevor Lawrence. We know he was drafted early. We know he's going to get the volume. So similarly to the situation with Melvin Gordon, you've got an opportunity here, right? I said Javonte Williams, I like him if I get him for value. Ranked a little bit lower now than Travis. You know, I don't know where the Chiefs are actually going to have him. Sorry, I don't know. I think Travis is actually ahead of Javonte. Either way, these guys are going to be value in the. I don't even look at the consensus rankings. I got to see where I'm going to basically put these guys in my 16-round draft solution based on the ADP, where they're coming off the boards based on mock drafts I do. So again, I think there could be value here. I think there could be upside, but this is going to be very intriguing to see the emergence of Javonte Williams and Travis Etienne over the Melvin Gordon years to I were not wowed, and James Robinson, who again, obviously Jacksonville does not believe in, or they wouldn't have drafted Travis so early. Round 1, I believe it was he not? Yeah, round 1 running back. So again, I don't know if I trust the situation, but value, sure, why not? All right, the last guy I want to talk about here is Najee Harris and why I love him, okay? Why do I love Najee Harris? Let's talk about this. So many reasons I can't even explain. Now, I want to make a note here. Everybody except for me, hands up, went crazy over Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Mind you, in my 16 rounds, he was suggested to be drafted in the first round. That's where his ADP was going. He was a suggestion with a warning. Star. If you get Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I don't trust the Chiefs, and they're a throw-first team, and volume is going to be an issue, right? We kind of knew that going in. I warned you. You can get them. The upside is there, and I said it's a robust RB, but people, I can go back, find the videos, which I don't want to waste my time to because I don't care watching sheep give bad advice every year. You can go back and look, and you can see Clyde Edwards-Helaire was number one across the board. Everyone was going crazy about him. The mainstream sheep were loving this guy, riding his D all the way to the house, okay? Now, when you look at Najee Harris, there isn't as much hype about him. Now, his ADP is going to go up. He's currently sitting 24th on the consensus rankings. I want to make a note. Sorry, Travis Etienne, I think, is sitting 34th, and I think Williams is around 40th, around the 40th in the rankings. Najee Harris is sitting 24th. Okay, I just did a video on my Insta. If you're not following Insta, make sure you guys follow at Fantasy Football Counselor. Najee Harris is sitting 24th. There's guys like Myles Gaskin, J.K. Dobbins ahead of him, which is absolutely ludicrous. Joe Mixon. This guy, okay, let me pull up his stats here, was averaging, his peak was 6.7 yards per carry in 2018. Last year, 2020, 5.8 yards per carry, 1,466 yards, 251 attempts, receiving 43 receptions, 425 yards, 4 touchdowns. He gets it done in the passing game. He gets it done in the running game, okay? He was compared to the LeBron James of football, okay? That's how good this guy could be. Obviously, the Steelers believe in him. They're looking for the guy. They're looking for like a Le'Veon Bell, but better kind of guy. They want that workhorse running back, okay? They want that. We know Big Ben throws a lot, but they want that running back. They tried it with Connor. Connor couldn't stay on the field. James Conner, as injury prone as he was last year, 13 games, didn't finish the season, obviously. 4.3 yards per carry, 169 attempts, okay? Benny Snell, 3.3 yards per carry, didn't look good, right? 111 attempts, 4 rushing touchdowns. They want this guy to be the guy. Najee Harris can be the guy. Najee Harris will be the guy because there's no one else there. Benny Snell couldn't even pass an injury-prone James Conner, and he only got 111 attempts with a Conner that didn't finish the season. So predicated on the fact that Najee Harris will be healthy, knock on wood. I hope he is. I like the guy. Predicated on the fact that he will be healthy, predicated on the fact that they invested a second-round pick. Or was it a first-round pick? Yeah, sorry, first-round pick. I apologize. First-round pick, 24th overall. First-round pick, guys. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. He's going to eat. He's going to be the guy. And I'm going to get this guy as late as humanly possible, as early as possible without compensating him, if that makes sense. So if I see him in mock drafts coming off in the 3rd round, I'm getting him in the 2nd round. I'm going to make sure he's on all my rosters. I'm going to make sure I get this guy on my team. And I'm going to make sure that I implement this guy, in the 16-round draft solution at optimal value so that you guys can get this guy on your team. Don't miss out on Najee Harris. I'm thinking like late 1st round if I can get him. I do not want to miss out on this guy. Now, Joe, you're crazy. How could you do that? He's not proven. Opportunity. Youth. Okay? I'm looking at the scenario. I'm looking at the paper. He's primed. Okay? The Steelers believe in him. The talent is there. The LeBron James, 6'2", 200+ pounds. He's ready to go. He's a beast. He can catch. He can run. The volume is there. There's no reason why this guy should not be a late 1st round pick. It's ludicrous if you walk over him. And you always go robust RB strategy anyway, so you're good. If he busts for some reason, you've got a backup, okay? I love this guy. Make sure he's on all your rosters, okay? Get him. And that's it, guys. Those are your rookie running backs. I've broken down stats, scenarios, situations, Make sure you get him at value. Don't overpay, but Najee Harris, we're looking at something special here, okay? Get the 16-round draft solution, guys, link below. You guys, I want you guys to all enter for a chance to be in the Listeners League. It's going to be huge. Hosted by myself, $500 prize. All you got to do is pre-order 16 rounds, thefantasyfootballcounselor.com, linked it below, and head on over to manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLION. I'm out. Subscribe. Fantasy football is here. What are we waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up button, and comment below your thoughts. Love to hear them. I appreciate you guys. You mean the world to me. We'll talk soon. I'm out.